Hello, Devils. J-Dog back. 6 a.m., goddammit. Well, it better be fucking 6 a.m. this time. Did you see fucking yesterday's video Devils? The ones that watch it bright and early? YouTube, fuck me. I woke up and I checked out to see how the video was doing and shit like that, and it still wasn't posted yet. Well, it was on the YouTube site, but it said like no views. It's still checking updates or whatever. I'm like, checking updates, my fucking ass. I think because maybe I closed my laptop. Like I think it was the last thing I did before I closed up my laptop, and it wasn't done checking. And then, so I kind of waited for it to be done, like, well, today, but as you guys are watching this tomorrow, this is the first video I'm recording. All out of videos, so I'll be cranking them out today, Devils. So, comments and shit I'm going to be reading. Didn't pre-read any. Ain't got time for that shit. Got to get a fucking week's worth of videos here, goddammit. So, this one better be up at fucking 6 a.m. It should be. I think it was just because the laptop thing I shut down early. But, yeah, I was fucking pissed when I saw that. My goddamn video ain't up. Fuck! Wonder how many Devils were disappointed. Put in the goddamn comments if you wouldn't, yesterday, well, like today's video, but yesterday for you guys watching this now. And if you're like, fuck, it wasn't up. What's going on? J-Dog sucks. He says he's doing a year's worth of video minimum. Fucking 6 a.m. First one I got fucked up. But still got up the same day, though. Just a few hours late, right? Here we go, goddammit. And I am behind as a motherfucker on videos. Didn't even realize I was this behind because I was looking for which video did I leave off how. And the one I'm going back to is Toxic Holocaust versus Sodom. 4 bands discography to take to an abandoned island. I mean, and I look, this is 2 weeks ago when this is posted. 85 comments. So that's good. That way I got to have plenty of fucking videos to do. Theoretically, there's questions and all these, but I didn't proofread shit. Ain't got fucking time. I'm loaded to the gills with work. So, but man, I'll make sure to get the videos done. So here the fuck we go. It's off the cuff. Raw dog is a motherfucker over here on the questions. So here we go. There's some goddamn questions, motherfuckers. Searching out the questions. I know there's someone in here. I know they're in here, goddammit. And as far as so far I'm looking at, people aren't leaving questions yet, but they're giving their vote, which is mostly Sodom, which I'm not the least bit surprised by. But one little thing I wanted to say about that, too, and I've always said this way before, I think it was, who asked for the vote? I think it was Adam Schnellback that said Toxic Holocaust versus Sodom. I thought that was kind of a good comparison because, you know, old thrash band from the 80s, newer thrash band, you know, from the with Toxic Holocaust on 99, 2000, somewhere around there, late 90s, early 2000s, whatever, but 2 different time frames. And I said this, like, I took as like a kind of an example, like maybe like Hellhammer or Apocalyptic Raids. And I've always said, you know, Apocalyptic Raids is like Hellhammer worship, and they're a pretty decent moving band for Hells, and always over the years, even before we worked with them, always a selling band. But I've always said, like way before Schnellback asked this, that's kind of why I thought it was a good comparison, is that if I even thought to bring it up in a public like metal channel forum or whatever, like I'm doing now, I automatically know everybody say Hellhammer, 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 Hellhammer. And it's like the thing is that's fine, but what's kind of like I think that people just need to realize the only goddamn reason Hellhammer is more popular, and actually I like the Hellhammer demos more myself. Well, it's called like it is. It's just because it was first. That's it. If you reversed it to, let's say, Apocalyptic Raids, whatever albums they were doing, their first couple releases and shit like that, let's say those came out in 82. Was that the first Hellhammer demo? 82? I think it was 82. Let's say that came out in 82, and then fucking Hellhammer was versed. Same shit they did. It came out in fucking 2000, whatever year Apocalyptic Raids started, right? I guarantee you everybody would say Apocalyptic Raids. They're just doing it because it's the goddamn time frame. And I get it to an extent because, like I said a million times, usually what you like first is what you're going to, what you heard first is what you're going to like. And it's the same because it's your brain is new to it. It's fresh, especially if you're hearing this very young in your teenage years. It's what I got into it. And I think that's generally when most people get it. I don't think there's not too many goddamn 40-year-olds just now getting into death metal. Never even heard of Cannibal Corpse and just now getting it. I'm sure there are. As a matter of fact, I met one guy for sure over the years. This older guy, he was like 50 and he was getting into it. He was getting like brutal. He was always buying brutal shit from us at the shit shows and shit. Like Disgorge, Last Days of Humanity, Deeds of Flesh, Devourment, Regurgitation, Mortation. Like loved all the brutal shit, right? It was kind of weird. He didn't look like he liked metal or nothing. I forget how he stumbled across, but he was going to all the shows. I don't even know what the fuck happened to that guy. It's been several years since I've seen him. But he was really enthusiastic about it, loved it. But that's a very, very rare exception. Usually you're getting into it young. So anyways, when I'm getting at it, and there's part of it is, like, for example, when, you know, someone like Dawn of the Dead or Jamie Athnar, they say, like, yeah, like Hellhammer, much better, no-brainer. I get that, but to their defense, where that makes more sense is because they were there at the time when Hellhammer came out. A lot of the younger 18, 19, 20 years old that I feel like if they say Hellhammer over Apocalyptic Raids, or in this case, Toxic Holocaust over Sodom, I feel like they're saying that just because to be Cavalts, to be that underground guy, to be true, or that's the correct answer. It's not. It's just that's the accepted answer because that was there who was there first. I'm telling you right now, if you reverse the years, Apocalyptic Raids was around first, Hellhammer was second in the same years. Everybody in their fucking mind, including Dawn of the Dead, all these guys, they'd be like, Apocalyptic Raids, they're all better. Yeah, fucking Hellhammer, Hellhammer, it's okay. Apocalyptic Raids. So this is the way it would fucking be. So always keep that in mind too. And I fully realize that for myself. That's why I'm kind of like, you know what? I think fucking Toxic Holocaust personally. And just because, as a whole, I like more Toxic Holocaust albums over Sodom. But, yeah, that's why I go with Toxic Holocaust personally. But I knew for a fact everybody and their mom was going to be saying Sodom. But well, good. It's got, like I said, 85 comments. And so far, anyone that's throwing in there, they're saying Sodom. Like Infernus Rex. Sodom all the way. In 1986, but you see, this makes a lot of sense, though, why he says, in 1986, I was given a cassette with In the Sign of Evil on one side and Under the Black Mark on the other. That's cool. And I was poisoned forever. Yeah, I mean, 86, I was 1 year old. I was born in 85. That totally makes sense. And I would 100% expect them, like the fucking Sodom versus Toxic Holocaust, no goddamn contest. But the 18, 19, 20-year-olds, even guys the 30, because 30, they could have been just getting into this, at 15 and Toxic Holocaust was already around. So you heard both of them around the same time. So it's kind of like you don't have to give just the quote unquote politically correct answer in the metal scene. From the Guttural Monk. What's up, J-Dog? Do you have a favorite modern Norwegian death metal band? Obliteration, Sepulchre. I never can ever pronounce that. Sepulchre. People use that in their titles and shit. I can never pronounce it. Sepulchre, is that how you pronounce it? And Culture, Execration, all fucking rule. Also, are any Necromantian CD reissues possibly in the works? Their album last year on Hells was excellent. I don't know if we're reissuing any of their albums. I never heard any talk of that, but it's funny, actually. Not because Hells did it. I think that the last album they did that we put out, I thought that was probably their best thing. I do like the other albums too. I think they're good, but I do think I probably like the latest album the best by them. But as far as Norwegian death metal bands, modern, I'd have to probably still go with Gouge. The album that we did, I thought was great, but even better than that was their demo on 7-inch. I fucking loved that. So I would say that would probably be all the bands you mentioned. Though I think they're all pretty good stuff. I'm pretty sure I've heard every single one of them. I'm trying to think of the Execration because isn't there two different ones? Isn't there? But I'm pretty sure I've heard the one that from Norway. The other ones I've definitely heard and like Obliteration and stuff, and I thought it was all it's pretty solid shit. I can't air guitar or anything like that, but I definitely listened to all those because they came in through Hells at Hells, and I thought it was all pretty solid. From Important Spawn 666. Hey J-Dog, if you could do a fest where money and logistics weren't a concern, what would the lineup be? That's a good question. For me, I would do for sure Merciful Fate. Carcass, and what I would say for Carcass is hopefully Ken Owens can play drums again, even though he had a fucking stroke. And what I want Carcass to do is if they had any fucking business sense whatsoever, that's all this is a business to them, because those guys don't listen to fucking metal. Jeff Walker, give me a goddamn break. That guy ain't listening to no metal. Strictly about business. I mean, what with Bill Steer, or was it Jeff? One of those guys started a goddamn country band after Carcass, after Swansong. Give me a fucking break. Those guys ain't into metal. So it's purely about business. And if they had any fucking brain cells for business, they would do this. Not Symphonies of Sickness, because that'd be kind of obvious, although that'd be cool too. Do a tour show, a tour like kind of Mayhem did, and Morbid Angel did it too, but Mayhem's was really successful. It was really cool. Where Carcass plays nothing but the entire album of Reek of Putrefaction. Yes, that's right, guys. Dust it off. Learn the songs again. Oh, this garbage, this raw stuff. Yes, do that. And all that, people will actually come to that and want to see it, including me, and try to do the vocals like you did back then. Don't just do these shitty ass fucking these modern vocals that you're doing now. Actually try to do the gurgles, the pitch shifting, all that, all the coolness, the stuff that you started off in. That's right. Come on, get dust off your fucking your goddamn tapes and whatever the hell you got it on. Actually listen to it. It's the good shit. It's the thing that put you on the map. It wasn't your shitty country that put you on the map. It was a good album. Hearing symphonies would be cool too, but that's still kind of obvious. It's just Reek of Putrefaction. The reason that'd be so cool too is one, to hear that live, especially if they try to do it how the album sounded with the pitch shifting vocals. And even back in the day, because I have a few Carcass bootlegs and shit from like 88 and stuff, there's a very large handful of songs from Reek of Putrefaction that have never, even back then, ever played live. So to hear all of them live, that'd be awesome. So yeah, Carcass, a whole entire Reek of Putrefaction album, Merciful Fate. Who else would be? Got to put Hemorrhage in there. God damn it! Since I haven't seen him, put some Hemorrhage in there. Um, I don't want to say Cannibal Corpse like that and Deicide because they tour still regularly. I'm trying to think of something that'd be a fest where it's kind of like something you wouldn't see too, because you said no logistics and cost. Maybe Venom with all three original lineups. You guys put your fucking tiff aside or whatever the hell the problem was. Stop acting like a bunch of 16-year-old little girls. Original three and just play fucking shit off the first four albums. Um, that. Who else would be really fucking cool? Kind of put me on the spot there, but yeah, I'll just go with those for starters. Those would be some of the fucking headliners. I mean, that would be for me, that'd be fucking badass as fuck. If that was all, if it was them and a bunch of other shit I didn't care about, I'd go just for that. To be honest with you, if those were on there and say there's 100 other bands, you're kind of like, whatever. I'd for sure go to that. From Stillborn Savior, question: what is your opinion on the early Greek black metal scene? You a fan? Bands like Cult of Abion, keeping the torch burning bright. Edit. What did he say? Edit. Nile amongst the catacombs is heavy as fuck. Has a certain gore grind vibe to it, in my opinion. I don't know what the fuck that has to do with Greek black metal, but okay. Um, yeah, I mean the Greek scene. I wasn't a huge on, but bands like Ronnie Christ, Verathron, and stuff like that. It's especially the early stuff. It's good. Um, I'm not. I wasn't a huge follower of it. I don't know it, but I do like it. It's like the main thing I know by Verathron we put on is like His Majesty of the Swamp. The other stuff I've heard. I mean, there's definitely a couple later ones that I didn't really know. I don't even know if I'd listened to yet. It seems like it's either later or reissued shit. But the main one I knew and the first one I ever heard was Majesty of the Swamp. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I'm like, it's good. It's kind of like dark, fucking. I don't know if I want to say spooky, but kind of like it's not another. It was Greek, you know what I mean? It had a cool. I mean, a band that I really liked from Greece that was newer that we signed that I thought was good was Funeral Storm. I definitely like that. Thought that was really, really good. So because yeah, they got like I don't know if I want to say Greece has their own sound, like kind of like how a lot of bands. Well, obviously Sweden's the most obvious, sounds the fucking same. The early fucking Brazilian bands, like Sarcophago, Volcano, Expulsor, all the early Sepultura, that shit had the similar same sound. Holocausto. I don't think Greece had it, and the Australian scene. A lot of those bands are trying to sound like Destroyer 666, etc. I don't think they had that. It's just with Greece, it kind of was just unique, though. You could tell it wasn't like Norway or nothing like that. You're kind of like, if someone didn't tell you where they're from, it's kind of like, you listen, I can't place my finger. Where's this band from? You know what I mean? So they almost kind of like had that going for them. Almost like they're more like individual artists in a sense. It's the best way I can kind of describe it. That's how kind of I've always saw it. But a lot of the bands I didn't personally get into, I'm always just like, yeah, it's okay. But I respect it for what it is. Because like I said, definitely unique, it seems like. From Rancid Amputation 666, awesome video, iDog. Could you show off some of the first four Cannibal Corpse physical copies you have? I remember you once said you had Glenn sign Butchered at Birth on Hellcast episode. Yeah, I showed that one on camera, bro. Well, that's not the LP. It was the or we didn't even say LP. It's a CD, and he wrote fags on it. That's what he did. But watch my past video, bro. I forget which one. Maybe it was a Glenn Benton story, Deicide story. And it's up by now. You guys definitely saw it by now. I show all my Cannibal Corpse bootleg finals. From Imperial Nocturno. Hey, J Devil. Which is your favorite post-reunion Merciful Fate album? That's a really good question, I think, and I'll answer this. By the way, I think Sodom wins by 666 miles. Yeah, bro, do they? Or is it just because that's what you heard first, or were you there back in the day? I do Evil Army versus Toxic Holocaust. Sodom is just in another league. Cheers, big dude. Again, but why are they in another league? Because they were there first? That's just right place at the right time. That's how I look. Again, I think in the Silent Evil is fucking great. I actually fucking love that record. Obsessed by Cruelty, I think is kind of a snooze fest. I like it. It's unique, but it's not very memorable. Persecution Mania, I think, was better then, much more catchier. And Agent Orange is great. And Tapping the Vein was a good album. After that, I'm kind of hazy. There's other albums I heard. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. I don't think I've ever heard anything by Sodom where I like chucked it out the window, so this sucks. But after Tapping the Vein, I'm definitely like, don't really know it. But I just think that a lot of people's brains are kind of skewed in a sense where they're just like, yeah, they're in another league of their own because they were there first. Well, what the fuck? That doesn't mean anything. Like they're just because they're around before, because they're born first, that doesn't mean shit. At least not in my mind, though. The question was, yeah, Merciful Fate post reunion album. My favorites, I would probably say Dead Again, but it's kind of a coin flip between Dead Again and Nine. I really like those, which are the last two albums they did. I like all of them. My least favorite was probably Into the Unknown. I do like it. I think it's a good album. It's just that would probably be my last song. I thought the song Dead Time was kind of especially how it starts off. And the song Into the Unknown is a little dragged out. Other than that, I pretty much thought it was a really good record, but those parts kind of kind of didn't like that. In the Shadows is great. Time's fucking great. It's good. I do like them all, but if I had to pick Dead Again and Nine, but again, kind of talking about Hellhammer and Sodom, those were the first reunion albums I ever heard, to be honest with you. So, and to this day, I fucking love them. Particularly, too, especially, I love the song Crossroads on Dead Again. I think it's a great fucking song. From Nero Caesar. Hereafter is my favorite Immolation album. Insidious Discrepancy is a really good one, man. Death metal band. Yeah, Insidious Discrepancy. Isn't that the same dude from, isn't that like Post Viral Load? Or am I thinking of somebody else? I think that's what it is, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Sean from Viral Load? And he did that after Viral? I mean, yeah, Sean from Viral Load, and Viral Load kind of was done, broke up, and he did Insidious Discrepancy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say that's what it is, though. J-Dog, what is your favorite Deeds of Flesh album? I like them all, but Trading Pieces is my favorite. Followed closely by Reduced to Ashes and Path to Weakening. We're similar then. Trading Pieces is definitely my favorite as well. Second would be probably Path to Weakening, I said for years, but it's, I don't know, I might like actually Inbreeding the Anthropophagi more, but for years, especially my teenager, I always said Trading Pieces, then Path to Weakening, no doubt, but I don't know, I really like Inbreeding the Anthropophagi as I hit my 20s and shit. I started almost like that album more. And Reduced to Ashes, I wasn't a big fan of. I thought that one was kind of boring. It's been a while since I've listened to it. That was the last one I could stomach. After that, I stopped paying attention to them whatsoever. Because Mark of the Legion was the last album that I own and I like. And even that one, when it first came out, I liked it, but I thought it was kind of boring. But as I knew it and like kind of read the lyrics as a teenager and got to know it, then it grew on me. I'm like, I like, and to this day, I do like it. I think it's a good album. But it's out of all the albums that I love, it's the one I like the least. And Reduced to Ashes, I was just kind of like, I remember it being boring. But it's been a good 10 years since I've listened to it. And then I have heard one or two albums after Reduced, but I listened to it many years later because I thought, like I said, Reduced, I was kind of already done with them. I thought it was boring. Maybe about 8 years later after Reduced to Ashes, I listened to like another album, don't remember which one, and I fucking hated it. I'm like, what the fuck? This doesn't even sound like Deeds of Flesh. I'm like, is that Eric singing? And I looked and it was. I was like, doesn't even sound like him at all. I'm going to make this the last goddamn one, just under 20 minutes. Like I said, I got a bunch to knock out, so I don't want to be doing no 30-minute videos, which I'm not a big fan of doing out the gate anyways. Go to Christ, goddammit. Thanks for answering my question. As always, goddammit, how do you like to spend any/all free time you have on the weekends? You're looking at it, man. Do you guys have any weekend rituals you look forward to? It can be ice cream, goddammit. Nothing like, I mean, just usually me and my wife hanging out. That's kind of about it. Like, we'll go see a movie, maybe go out to dinner. Sometimes we get ice cream. We have an ice cream place that's really good, really good ice cream place too. That's literally 3 minutes up the road from us. Sometimes we go there, get it, carry out, and take it on, like watch a movie in bed or something. We've done that, but there's nothing like a ritual where we do this. Like every Saturday we do this, or like every Sunday we go out to Denny's. Sunday morning for breakfast go out to Denny's. But yeah, sometimes Sunday mornings we'll go out to breakfast too. But nothing's like set like every time we do this. But as far as a lot of the weekends, what you're looking at is I do this, and I reply to emails a lot on the weekends. And then if we're really overloaded at the warehouse, I go in there and pack up orders and shit. We're really behind, which actually probably should have gone in today because we're pretty fucking behind right now. But I'm literally completely out of pre-made videos, and I'm sitting down until I got at least 7, goddammit. And you're watching the first one. So, yeah, you're pretty much looking at my weekend, to be honest with you, man. And yeah, like I said, I think I was towards the bottom. I haven't seen too many questions, but definitely Sodom wins by a milestone. But yeah, that's it for this one, Devils. Leave the comments questions, especially guys, I know you like getting your questions answered. Leave them in there, goddammit. And see you on the next one. Get them answered for you, and see you at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Later.